In this video, we're going to go over the brand new lightweight eMTB from Pivot, the Shuttle SL, and give it a score. I've always been excited by lightweight e-bikes. I was super hyped when the Specialized first rolled out on the Turbo Levo SL. I remember chatting about it with my friends the morning they released the news. I thought it was going to be the e-bike for everyone, and I mean for everybody. But the more I started looking into the specs, the motor, and the battery, I wondered if the 35 Nm of torque and 320 Wh battery was enough to keep up with the group of friends who all ride full-powered e-bikes. It became apparent that the Turbo Levo and the lightweight bikes were built for a specific rider in mind. So I thought to myself, no matter what type of lightweight e-bikes coming out in the near future, it'll never be as good as a full-fat e-bike system. And I have to admit, it was very ignorant of me. So when the Pivot Shuttle came out with the Fazua Ride 60 motor, I started to realize the torque and the battery are so very close to what I'm riding on my Shimano E8000 steps. The Shuttle SL is fitted with the newest motor from Fazua, the Ride 60 motor. It has a 60 Nm of torque with 430 Wh battery at 450 watts of maximum power. The motor I'm riding, the Shimano E8000, has a 70 Nm of torque, 250 watts of peak power, and 630 Wh battery. And my bike is likely 15 pounds heavier than the Shuttle SL. The Shuttle SL really made me realize that the technology from lightweight e-bikes is advancing much faster than I thought. The Shuttle SL is made of a full carbon construction with 132 mm of travel in the rear and 150 mm of travel up front, full 29-inch wheels front and rear, DW Link suspension with a flip chip, 65-degree or 65.5-degree head-tube angle depending on the flip chip, 465 mm or 469 mm of reach depending on the flip chip, 430 mm or 432 mm of chainstay depending on the flip chip. So before we begin our rating for the Pivot SL, help support this channel by purchasing your components from Wide Cyclery via my affiliate link. I get a tiny commission from Wide Cyclery for referring you to their website at no additional cost to you. I personally buy my lubes, chains, brake pads, rotors, pretty much all my consumables from Wide Cyclery. Free shipping over $45, turnaround time is extremely quick, and they got some pretty cool deals going on right now. So all you need to do is click on my affiliate link and start your purchase. Links are in this video's description as well in this video comments. All right, so we're going to start rating the Shuttle SL Ride SLS XT base model. And for those that are new to the channel, here's a brief overview of how I score these eMTBs. My rating system is based on a 10-point average system. The bike will be scored based on 5 categories: cost, battery, torque, integration, and components value. So each category will be scored from 1 to 10, and at the end we take the total average score out of 50 and we place it on Send It Frankie scale. And since so many lightweight e-bikes are coming into the market, we're going to start fresh and give the lightweight e-bikes its own rating category. So starting with the MSRP, the Ride SLX XT model starts at $8,299. Quite expensive. In my opinion, the prices on these lightweight eMTBs are a bit on the high side. Granted, the lightweight e-bikes are fairly new to the e-bike scene, but I'm going to give my honest opinion here and give it a score of 6 out of 10. Stay tuned to the end of this video and find out why I gave it a 6 out of 10. Next, we look at the battery. The Shuttle SL has a nice 430 Wh battery capacity. I'm going to give this a high score of 8.5 out of 10 simply because bikes like the Turbo Levo Alloy and the Trek Wheel 5 base models only have the 500 Wh battery. So this lightweight e-bike is very competitive with the full-fat eMTBs. Next, we look at the motor and torque. The Shuttle SL is equipped with the all-new Fazua Ride 60 with a very nice 60 Nm of torque with 450 watts of peak power. This motor is almost as strong as my Shimano E8000 at 70 Nm of torque and 250 watts of peak power. The new line of lightweight motors have been improving dramatically. Maybe it had to do with Porsche directly getting involved with Fazua, this is definitely a good sign. So I give this a big 9 out of 10 in the motor department. Next, we have the integration. With the Fazua Ride 60 system, you have a minimal control switch, which reduces clutter, and a control unit that is mounted onto the top tube, which is easy to read. The control unit also has a USB port that can connect to other devices such as your Garmin. And with any of these up-to-date motor systems, you can access your assist settings via the Fazua app. There's also a mode in which you can have a 12-second of boost to get over technical climbs. Very well thought out by Fazua. I give this a big 9 out of 10. Next, we take a look at the category of components value. This is where I get a little bit critical of these higher and more expensive bikes because I expect there to be a little bit more. The way I rate this category is by assessing and assigning points into 4 specific components: the fork, the shocks, the drivetrain, and the brakes. If any of the components in these categories that do not hold their value, we assign a point. So the higher the amount of points, the lower the overall average. So starting with the fork, the Shuttle SL Ride model is spec'd with the Fox 36 Performance. At an MSRP of $8,299, I would have expected at least a Fox 36 Performance Elite. Anything above $8,000, I believe that price has already moved beyond a mid-tier build, so that is 1 point added. Next, we look at the shocks. The SL Ride model is spec'd with a Fox FloatX Performance. The Performance has only the rebound adjustment. Again, at $8,299, I believe Pivot could have spec'd a Performance Elite with both rebound and compression adjustability. So another point added. The drivetrain is an SLX shifter XD derailleur combo. Again, at $8,000 and above, I'm expecting a full XT shifter, XD derailleur combo. So another point added with the SLX shifter. Moving on to the brakes, the Shuttle SL Ride models is spec'd with the SLX 4-piston brake. Again, I would have wanted a full XT set out of an $8,000 MSRP. So that's another point added. So with 4 points added to the board, we have an average of 6 out of 10 in the components value. And to recap on the total score, at an MSRP of $8,299, we get a 6 out of 10. With 430 watt-hour battery, it scored a 8.5 out of 10. With 60 Newton meters of torque, it scored a 9 out of 10. It also scored a 9 out of 10 on integration and a 6 out of 10 in the components value, giving us a total of 38.5 out of 50 points, which averages a 7.7 on the Send It Frankie scale. So the 2 categories, in my opinion, that Pivot could definitely improve on is the pricing or its components. If the entire build was under 7,000 mark, I think it would have been a perfect price. And if it wanted a score above 8,000 mark, I would have expected a better fork, shock, drivetrain, and the brakes. It definitely did not do well with the components value. Although I gave this a 7.7, don't let this deter you from purchasing this eMTB. With the aggressive geometry and the Fazua Ride 60 motor, I bet the Shuttle SL rides like a freaking dream. Couple things to keep in mind. The battery is an internal, non-removable battery. This could potentially be a problem with cable routing and cable management. Also, the rear wheel is a Super Boost hub spacing, which is 157 millimeters wide, rather than a normal boost spacing, which is 148 millimeters. So if you're looking to upgrade some carbon hoops, just be mindful the hub spacing is 157 millimeters wide. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Be sure to smash the like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to purchase your components and parts from Wide Cyclery via my affiliate link. Everything is down in the description below and the comment section. And with that, hope y'all have a good week and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.